Hello, fighters, survivors, and thrivers. Welcome to the Cancer Show. It's Friday fun night, or Friday night fun, or just fun because it's Friday, or Friday fun. Had a very long day chasing puppies. Lots of puppies. They take a nap, and then they wake up, and then they do their business, and then I feed them, and then I chase them, and then I clean the bedding, and I make it all nice and cozy in their crate, and I play with them, whoosh, and then I have 2 teens, homeschooling, and Connor eats every, 2 hours. I'll make him a huge meal, and I'll be like, I'm hungry, an hour later. So I found this awesome filter. Check out the eyes. Oh, wait, no. Whoa, it only works with my glasses on? Oh, no, it works. It feels kind of Melania-ish. The features, the very strong features, especially the nose. It just reminds me of Melania. Oh, and my eyes are blue. And those lashes. Oh, I love those lashes. Beautiful lashes. Anyways. What? No, something came up on my screen. Oh no, go away. What the heck? I don't want to go to my inbox right now. Oh, okay, there. Okay, so, how was your week? Mine was busy. I've been standing up since very early this morning. I don't remember eating. Oh yeah, I made some homemade pizza. It was actually pretty good. Organic. Hi, Crystal, darling. Welcome. So, yeah, the pizza was pretty good. And the puppies are in bed. So now I thought it'd be perfect timing to do this live. Okay, so I have this new outfit on, okay? Just want to share this with you. It is this is what it says on the tag. Perfectly cozy fabric. Super comfortable, perfect for relaxing. And as you can see, I am relaxing. And you can hear the music, which is also very relaxing. This is Stars Above. Stars Above. That's why I put on the stars filter, because this is Stars Above. It's from Target. It was $20. It's very, very cozy, very soft. I highly recommend it. And no, I'm not sponsored by Target, but wouldn't that be awesome? Actually, many moons ago, I was the only certified Target fit model on the West Coast. I've forgotten about that. Okay, so in the early 2000s, like just when it turned 2000, one of my friends said to me, hey, you should go to this audition for fit modeling. I'm like, what's fit modeling? She's like, oh, you just go in and you try the clothes, and then you tell the designer, oh, this needs to be fixed or that needs to be fixed. And she's like, it's super easy and it's great money. I'm like, okay. So I went, and all they do is they measured me, and then they had me put on some clothes, and they asked me if it was tight or if it was loose or if there was anything bothering me, and I just told them, I'm like, okay, fine, you're hired. I'm like, oh, fabulous. It was $100 an hour, but let me tell you this. You're never there for an hour. Sometimes I would go in, put the clothes on, and it'd be like a 10-minute situation. And then I'd leave, and I have to come back the next day after they made the alterations to just make sure that it fit perfectly. I just it was the easiest $100 I ever made. And I was going every day. So it was just like fun. Everybody there it was in downtown LA. So because that's where the garment district is. So it was super fun and super easy. And they measured me every time I went in. I got measured. But here's the thing, my weight has really been the same my whole life. Okay, maybe in my teens, yeah, I was probably a little bit less, and definitely during chemo, I was way, way less. But my weight is usually around 125, 130. So it never really changed. It was like the best job. Bonus is that they would have these sales at the end of the month, and they would put hi Debbie, welcome, and they would put all the clothing, okay, out on the table, like all the clothing for all these different companies. Like I'm talking about like expensive companies, not just Target. And you would get, you know, a designer piece for like $2. $2. I mean, my wardrobe is fabulous. I do love my wardrobe, but back then I was like like all the time getting new clothes, designer clothes for like $2. And I had a ton of Massimo clothing because Massimo was dominating Target at that time. And I don't know if you if Massimo rings any bells for you, but him and his wife Lori Loughlin, they were part of the college admissions scandal, and I think they're in jail right now for, you know, bribing, I guess, officials or teachers, or I'm not quite sure, bribing them with money to get their daughters into college. Anyways, Massimo's clothing line I loved. It fit my body perfectly, and it was super, super comfy. And I just loved it. When they stopped carrying it at Target, I was very sad. And they don't carry it anymore. They do this one now. Where is it? Stars Above. Stars Above. This is one of their latest ones. It's just this comfortable. I mean, I love going to Target. Sometimes I find, you know, their clothes a little matronly, but once in a while I'll find like a fabulous dress. Like I had a fabulous dress I was wearing this summer, and I did a lot of videos in that. Well, not a lot, but a couple. And it was very comfortable. Got a lot of compliments, and great price. But Target, if you're a mom, when my friends told me when I was on a mom, they're like, you're going to be going to Target. I'm like, I am not going to go to Target. I'm not going to shop at Target. There's no way I'm going to shop at Target. I like love Target. Like there's not a week that goes by that I don't go to Target for one thing or another, because they have everything. They have everything that you need at Target. Any of you listening to this or watching this, tell me how much you love Target. Or if you don't, like tell me why, but I can't imagine why you wouldn't. So anyways, that is my my fit modeling. That was considered they called it a perfect 7. I mean, I don't think perfect is that's going a little bit far, but 7 was basically like the norm in like clothing size at that time. Since then, I've gone down to a 6. I don't think I've actually gone down to a 6. They just change it, you know, because they have size 0 for people that are super, super tiny, and then 2, and then 4, and then 6. If it's stretchy, I can do a 4, but a 6 is comfortable for me. A 6-7 doesn't really matter. A 6-7. But yeah, that was like, you know, one of those moments where you didn't try to get a job and it just like showed up, and it was so easy. Literally walked in, I, you know, met the specs, I gave great feedback, and I was making $100 for 10 minutes, 5 days a week. Yeah, that was great. That was fun. So anyways, it is Super Fun Friday, and last week I talked about those jokes they mentioned on this website called cancerabcs.org. It's a really good website. I would definitely check it out. They have a lot of great information. I think it's the slogan is from surviving to thriving. So, yeah, cancerabcs.org. Excellent site. So it's just, I'm going to take another little snippet from their website because I thought these were kind of cute. And you know, laughter is the best medicine. Okay, maybe not the best medicine. Percocet's really good too. But laughter does help. It helps a lot. And, you know, when you're in dire straits, so when you're in tons of pain, I mean, there's got to be a way to find some little laughter. It actually helps you release stress and anxiety. And it releases dopamine, which is this chemical in our brain that makes us happy. It's our happy chemical flow that gives us, you know, that little pick-me-up. So, you know, it's good to watch comedies when you're going through cancer, or to, like, comedians, you know, your favorite comedians, not the ones that are dark. Some of them are really dark, but, you know, one of my favorite comedians is Sophia. What's that? What our new comedian that we love?
Sebastian?
No, the other one.
John Mulaney.
John Mulaney. Oh my gosh! Now he doesn't really swear much, right? Very little swearing, but he is so funny. I mean, we listen to him. My daughter and I will listen to him over. Like, we'll go over through the whole set again just to hear them. And now we have like our inside jokes, but super funny. Really feels good to laugh, regardless if you're going through treatment or not, but anytime, and especially when you're going through treatment. Super fun movies like Elf, Bridget Jones, and there's so many wonderful comedies. Again, stay away from dark comedies. Anything that's dark, just stay away from it. But laughter, you know, I can remember I would get stuck in what I called my chemo cave. And I had just the most amazing support group. And when I would stop, when I would go silent, you know, no texting, not picking up the phone, like just AWOL, they knew. My friends knew what was up with me. And they would send me a text and they would be like, put your clothes on. We're coming over and we're taking you out. And I would be like, oh my gosh, I gotta get up. I gotta get dressed. So for a normal person, right? Getting up and getting dressed is easy. But for us, going through chemo or radiation or just finished a surgery or recovering from a surgery, it's exhausting just to get up and put your clothes on. But I did it because I knew that it was good for me to do it. They'd come, they'd pick me up, take me out, take me out. We go to Starbucks to get me a chamomile tea, put some honey in it, and we'd sit there and laugh. Yeah. It makes me emotional when I think about it because, gosh, it's like what awesome women I was surrounded with. Take time out of their day. We all were young. We were all moms, young moms. And I think there's a lot of compassion and understanding when you're a mom and you see a fellow mom going through treatment, going through cancer. So my mom friends, they, you know, the first we would have, you know, we would have our girls' night out, and then I got cancer. Then we'd have our like girls' tea out, and then we went back to girls' night out. So we're back to girls' night out, and trips and vacations and celebrations, just so wonderful. But the point is, like, getting out. It doesn't even have to be a group. Just like one person that you know who lifts you up, who makes you feel good, who is super positive, who is funny, who, shares things that make you feel good. You know who those people are in your life. Those are the people, that you could call on if you're feeling low and say, hey, let's have some, or just come over and see me. Or thank you, Connor. Thank you for the sound. That's my son.
What?
Thank you for the sound bite. You're Chewbacca. You're Chewbacca over there. Yeah, like those people, surround yourself with those people. Lift you up. I have a girlfriend. She wasn't here. She was here, but she lived farther away, so it was hard for her to get to me. No, actually, I think by that time she had moved up to Washington. But she has the most infectious laugh. Okay? Anytime I hear her laugh, we do this thing where we leave voicemails on each other's voice messages on each other's voicemail. And her laugh always I'd be like crying. All she has to do is laugh. She'll just say one thing and laugh, but her laugh is contagious. She always makes me smile. She always makes me laugh. She also went through cancer. So we're both survivor thrivers. So we get it big. And that's just somebody that I could call at any minute who will make me laugh. So I encourage you to surround yourself with those people in your life, to reach out to them when you need a good laugh, and to also take accountability for, finding things that will also make you feel good, like I mentioned, with movies or music or books, comedians. Now my dog's trying to get in. This is me in a quiet moment, guys. Can you imagine what it's like when it's chaos? This is quiet. Sophia, what other things would make you laugh? Any thoughts?
TikTok?
Oh, well, that's called an addiction. She said TikTok, but I never, ever, ever did TikTok, okay? Because I've got Instagram, I've got Facebook, I've got Twitter.
You don't use Twitter.
I know. I post on Twitter. I don't interact with anybody on Twitter, but I post. Because it goes out to all of my, all of my social media platforms. But yeah, I'm on, like, there's only one person that responds to me on Twitter, and is a friend of mine. So I just find like Twitter much more like mature subjects and lots of debates and politics, super crazy stuff. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, TikTok. So then my children would send me these TikToks, and I would like look at them. They're sending me things that I remind them, like they'll see something, like when I'm yelling, well, I don't yell. I like raise my voice like this, and they're like, stop yelling. I'm like, that's not yelling. And then I would like yell. I'm like, this is yelling. And I'd be like, this is yelling. And so there was a TikTok like that, and they sent it to me. So then when you press it, then you're in TikTok, okay? Now, I did not realize that TikTok is like a never-ending hole in the center of the earth. It's like quicksand. You cannot get out of TikTok.
It's just constant stimulation.
It's constant. And I remember when I didn't go to it because I'm like, it's for kids, and so the first time that I went, I ended up on this Karen page, with Karens. And this was when the first big Karen situation happened in New York at the park with the dog and the man who was being accused of, doing whatever. It was ridiculous. And he had gone to Harvard and she was like, I'm calling the cops on you. Anyways, I went through like somebody's whole page of Karens. It was like an hour, 45 minutes an hour. I'm like, I just spent 1 hour watching Karens, but I didn't realize that so many people were, so rude. I'm Canadian, so being rude, if I'm going to be rude, you got to do something really bad for me to react like a lot of people I see reacting on TikTok. It's shocking. But then the comedians, if you look at one thing, then all those other things start. Connor, can you please let the cat in? Because the cat's just like trying to get in with the door. And he's crying. Can you hear him? He's not. Okay, fine. So the TikTok, oh my gosh, that's like the Target, the Ralphs. That's what old people do. They put a the before anything. Okay, so, anyways, TikTok has all these comedians, and if you follow one comedian like John Mulaney, then other comedians like him will come up, and it's just like an hour full of free fun. And then they have like bloopers. Bloopers are great. I love bloopers. Watch bloopers. Love bloopers. So you watch one, you probably know. Of course you know. So TikTok is actually. That was a great answer, Sophia. If we were playing Family Feud, you would have got that. You would have got that, and we would have gone to the finals with that answer. Top 10 questions or answers are on the board.
Because if you're sick and you're laying in bed all day,
it's
easy to scroll through TikTok.
Yeah, if you're ill, if you're not feeling great, scrolling through TikTok is like a blessing. Also, I watched a lot of like TED Talks. TED Talks are fantastic. Another source is commencement speeches. People that have gone to or been invited to colleges, universities to give the final speech to the graduates. Will Ferrell gives one of the best, most funny commencement speeches ever. USC. Check that out. It's hilarious. He is really, really funny. And also that, what is the name of the, what's the proper term? The short person, Sophia, Peter.
Midget?
Sophia, you're not allowed to say that word. Yeah, the little person. What's the proper name for a little person, guys? Type it for me. Anyways, his name is Peter something. He's very famous, very, very famous. And his commencement speech was awesome. So TED Talks, commencement speeches, and then there's Positively Positive. That's a website. There's just so much positive content out there for you to watch to feed your mind and your soul. Dwarfism, they call it dwarfism. I don't know if that's like kosher.
People of America, the world's oldest and largest dwarfism support organization and international.
When I hear the word dwarf, I think of the Wizard of Oz.
You mean Snow White?
Yeah, them too. Those little dwarfs are so cute.
I don't think there's dwarfs in the Wizard of Oz.
I don't think you can. Oh yeah, those were midget. But you're not allowed to say. You're not. No, the little ones, the Oompa Loompas.
That was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
No, they're Oompa Loompas?
That's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh my gosh. No, but there were little people in the Wizard of Oz.
No, it's monkeys.
Somebody help me out here. No, there were little people in the very beginning. And then Glenda comes down.
I don't think so.
I've seen the Wizard of Oz many times, darling. Everything you had. Everything you needed was already there. Remember that. Wizard of Oz, that's a good one to watch. That's a good one to watch yearly. I need to watch it. Elf is another one of my favorites. I love to watch Elf anytime. It doesn't have to be Christmas. I just love to watch that movie. It's one of my favorites. So there's some tips for you guys, to make you laugh. And I just wanted to share these with you from this cancerabcs.org. It says damaged goods. And this is just really quick, but it says stolen directly from Nina Riggs' memoir, The Bright Hour. She had triple negative breast cancer, and she's talking to one of her friends, and they were talking about a business called Damaged Goods, which was making fun of having cancer. So thank you for the taco casserole. It worked even better than my stool softeners. That's horrible. Yeah, I don't know how many of us on going through chemo or radiation are eating taco casseroles. No way, Jose. And then the second one is thoughts and prayers are great, but Ativan and pot are better. That's funny. So mine would be thoughts and prayers are great, but Percocet and Ambien are better. That's what mine would be. What are yours? What would be yours? Because everybody has, some people don't even like painkillers. They don't like it. I don't like morphine. Morphine makes me hallucinate. Bad. That's like a whole nother life. But I don't like Vicodin, and I don't like morphine. And every time when I would go to, when they would give me the anesthesia, I would get sick, so they would always change it. And by the end of my surgeries, they actually had figured it out. But Percocet works for me. Those other ones don't. And Ambien is just like if you want to go to sleep, it's the best thing ever. You just take it and then you're asleep like that. You wake up, you're fine. You're not groggy. Okay, let's see. There are other jokes here. All your phone messages about how not knowing exactly what's going on with me has stressed you out, which really helped me put things into perspective. So this person is calling, and they're like, I'm so stressed out, not knowing what's going on with you and your journey. And you're like, you're stressed out? It's like putting that in perspective. You're the one who's stressed out? Yeah. Oh my gosh. You're the one that's stressed out. Yeah, one of my friends was complaining to me about, oh my gosh, I don't know, it was our nanny or something. And I just said, wrong audience. They're like, what? I'm like, that's to me, it's a ridiculous thing to complain about for me at this point in my life while I'm fighting for my life, okay? Like I'm sicker than a dog. But it's all perspective, right? Because how could they know? They can't. Unless you are you really cannot understand what it's like to be diagnosed with cancer and go through cancer until you have it. That's why when I meet cancer coaches, and I'm not saying anything bad about them, but I'm just saying it's yes, right? It's like how can you know? I think if you're coaching, normally, if it's a football coach or gymnastic, those people who are coaching usually were really good at that sport or really good at, whatever, that art form or somebody who's a master at teaching something has done it. They've reached mastery. So when somebody who's coaching cancer and has never gone through cancer, I'm like, well, how's that work? I mean, I guess just physically, talking about food and nutrients and things like that makes perfect sense. But to actually, you can, my doctor was, I'm like, well, what's going to be like going through chemo? It's going to be like the flu. It'll be like the flu. And I always tease him, I'm like, oh, really? That's the flu? Obviously. You've never had a flu like this. But I know he was just trying to make it, easy or sound like less daunting. It was not like the flu, okay? It was, it was epic. It was hard. It was hard. It was really hard. So Yeah, it's nothing. Yeah, Crystal, it's nothing like the flu. I tease him. I'm like, the flu? Are you kidding me? Like maybe like I don't know, like the worst flu in the history of flus. Maybe it's like that, but this ain't no flu. I mean, I can get through a flu and can get through treatment too. But yeah, that was one of his jokes. So, people like can it's hard for them to have perspective because they just can't. I mean, you just can't. They come to see us and, spend time with us and share their love and their friendship. And then they go back to our lives, but we're still in it. We're still in it. So I know they do their best, and I know that they're not trying to say something offensive. But when somebody's complaining to me about their nanny, and I'm like, I'm like battling the Grim Reaper. Like there's no contest there. There's no contest. And there's no need to complain. Yes, cancer is a humbling experience, isn't it? Anyways, okay, what's the last thing here? So it says here, Xanax is white, Zofran is blue, steroids make me feel like throttling you. Okay, that's funny. I mean, I never took any steroids. Maybe you guys are on steroids, but I was not on steroids. But steroids, at least with bodybuilders, do make them aggressive, and that would make sense. I wouldn't have the energy to throttle somebody. I wouldn't even have the strength to do that. So, anyways, they wrote that, or this is Nina Riggs' memoir. I gotta check that out, The Bright Hour. So, anyways, ladies and gents, thank you for joining me. Tomorrow is Superhero Saturday. And I've got somebody who's a superhero that I want to share with you. And if you guys know of a superhero, if you've been a superhero, please message me because I would love for you or for them to come on the show. If you know somebody who's doing something extraordinary, or even something maybe simple, like one of my superheroes was my girlfriend who I called it a gift for every day. So every single day during my treatment, she called me, texted me. Even when she traveled, she was in Europe, she was in France, she was in Italy. She always made sure that she contacted me, like every single day. And then the best thing that she would put at the end of her text or her message, she's like, don't worry, you don't have to respond. Because just like that phone call, the joke about the phone call, all of your messages about how not knowing exactly what's going on with me has stressed you out. So she didn't want to put any stress on me. She just wanted to say, hey, I'm here. I'm here for you. And I'm praying for you. I'm thinking of you. And I love you. That was Molly. Molly. No, Mona was my doctor. I hadn't met Mona yet. But they're both best friends now. Well, they were then too. But Molly was, amazing. Just to have somebody text me or leave a lovely message every single day. And I chemo for 8 months. 8 months. That's dedication. It made a difference to get her little text or hear her voice. So she's a superhero to me. She's definitely a superhero. And I met more than one. Just, somebody seeing me in the grocery store, like, I don't even know why. I would usually go to the grocery store. The store that I would go to was called Pavilions. So they had a beautiful pharmacy in the back. It was brand new Pavilions. And like sometimes I'd be so sick after treatment, but I had to go get my medication. And I'd be like hunched over. I remember this man asking me, oh, can I help you? Like, he didn't know what's wrong with me, but just like, You see a lot of wonderful random acts of kindness. You will see that. You will experience that. And it makes you feel good. It makes you feel really good. My boyfriend is my... Crystal, your boyfriend is your superhero. He is amazing. Does he want to come on the show? Ask him. I would love to hear your boyfriend's view, experience about, everything that's happened with you. Or maybe he wants to wait a little bit later. But, that's a lot. It's a lot to take on. And he's standing by you. And that says a lot about him. He's a good man. Ask him. I have a friend, and her husband left. Didn't want to deal with her cancer. Yeah, that happens. He left her. Better off without him. But it's pretty heartbreaking. They had 2 girls. Yeah. I believe there's more random acts of kindness than not. So that's what I like to focus on. All right, my loves. I know 2 of your friends leave you. That's really sad. That is shocking too. They're clearly afraid possibly, maybe just self-absorbed, or they just can't handle it. I mean, it's big. When people hear that you have cancer, they think, oh, if she could get it, I could get it. That's my friends, when they found out that I had colon cancer, they were freaking out because I'm a happy person. I have a ton of energy. And, I am, I love life, and it shows. So they're like, if she got cancer, if she got it, that's the thing about cancer. It does not discriminate. It does not discriminate. It doesn't matter what age, what color, how much money you have, where you live, none of that stuff. It doesn't matter. So just because I'm a super happy person, I like to have fun, and I'm very positive and spiritual and all those things, doesn't mean that you don't get cancer. So I think that when people see that you are diagnosed, it could be just too scary for them, just too real, just can't handle it. We have no idea what's going through their head. So let's just let them go, Crystal. We're just gonna let them go. Let them go. We're gonna forgive them, because you don't need to harbor all that anger and frustration if you have that, and sadness. Sadness for loss. But those are not the people that you want by your side anyways. You're gonna meet wonderful people along the journey, because the cancer community is a wonderful, wonderful community. People want to help. So those friends were not meant to be your friends. And now you know what they're really like. And I know it sounds easy, and I know it's difficult, but just let them go. If you want to write, an email or a letter expressing your anger and your frustration, write it. Type it. But don't send it. Just keep it. Just get it all out. Or even make a video. Now everything's on video. You could get it out. Just get it out. But don't send it. The only reason why you want to engage with somebody who you're upset with is if you want to fix it. If you want to mend the relationship. That would be a whole, that would be a different way of approaching the situation. But from when we spoke, it didn't seem like you were interested in working it out. And you know what? You don't have time for that. You don't have time for them. You need to focus on you and your health. If they can't stand by you, that's fine. Just let it go. We'll pray for them. And You know, they have to walk their own truth. They're going to learn their own life lessons, and I'm 100% sure that they're going to look back on that and regret that decision. Because no matter what you do, there's some point in your life where you need support. You need love and support from your family and friends. No life is a straight line. There's peaks and valleys. And when those friends of yours experience that and they have those people around them, they're going to understand how valuable that is. And if they have no one around them, they're going to understand how painful that must have been for you. I'm not talking about revenge. I'm just talking about, growing, processing, and understanding how your actions affected somebody and caused pain. That's life. But life is beautiful. Oh, that's another great movie. Life is beautiful. It's a Beautiful Life. No, both of them. Life is Beautiful. Oh my gosh, that was such a great movie. On my course, I list all these movies that I love to watch just over and over again. They're classics. They're classics now. There's like classics, and then there are my classics, like 80s classics, and now there's my mom's classics, and then her class. Now there's going to be my daughter's class. Your classic, Sophia, will be Elf. That will be one of your classics, right? Mm-hmm. You grew up watching Elf. That'll be a classic. When you have children, you'll be like, oh, Elf is a classic.
I love Elf.
Absolutely. All right. I will see you tomorrow for Superhero Saturday. I wish you a lovely Friday evening. And let's finish with our daily mantra. I am healthy. I am happy. I am whole. Thank you so much for joining. Crystal, this is like super, super fun. And wait, who do we miss? Oh, yeah. Debbie. Yes, Debbie. Debbie, thank you for joining. Please comment on anything that you would like to discuss or talk about. And I'd be more than happy to do that. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much. Good night.